Welcome
What's
to the Roscoe's Tavern viewing party of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 17.
Yes. Are you ready to have a good time?
Yes.
I said, are we ready to have a good time?
Let's kick it off.
All right,
I gotta get it out.
Okay, let's bring the first gal up. Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay, she hasn't been here in a while, but she was here like all the time, I feel like, for a couple of months. And we then just haven't had her in a minute. And I'm so excited to have her. So please make some noise for an all-star winner, Miss Angeria!
Raise up!
Hey.
Yes.
And keep that
Whatever
going.
you want, baby.
Roscoe's, keep that going for International All-Star, Cheryl!
Come on, Cheryl!
Bam, 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 bam!
Yes. Work. Welcome.
Yes, let's have a seat. And big shout out to our sponsor, Hornitos. And get you a Ruberry Sour. It's kind, okay?
It's so good. I'm going to have one today, actually.
A blueberry
Make
sour.
it 3.
It is
or 5.
so good. I'm feeling like a fierce little cocktail. How are you, ladies?
Fabulous.
Wonderful.
Yes?
How are
And
you,
not-
Naysha?
And for the first time, not cold.
I
Not
know.
cold.
Welcome,
It feels
welcome
great
to Chicago.
out.
Chicago turned it out with the weather, too. Yes?
I was very surprised.
Yeah.
You know, normally I feel like I'm in Frozen, but it feels good
No,
today.
it feels
Right?
good. Cheryl, how long has it been since you've been in Chicago?
Well, the last time I was here was All Stars 8.
Oh,
You were still in the game.
Oh,
Poor
That
Mrs.
must,
Tasha Davis
that
went
must
that
have been
night.
very
the
early.
drama right now.
There's always time for kindness.
Yeah. Oh, Kasha.
We love
okay.
you, Kasha.
Oh, Kasha.
You okay?
Did you say Kasha?
Yeah. I was trying to make you laugh. You okay, my love? Okay, we're going to need you to sign a waiver, okay?
Oh my God.
I need to make sure.
As long as the YouTube
I don't want no
clip.
later on. You're like, my leg, my head, and all that kind of shit. Don't be trying to file no claims. Sign, get that paperwork. Make sure he signs that shit. Anyway, are y'all ready to get this shindig started? We also have some Hornitos giveaways. Who needs a fan? I'm going to give one out right now. Who needs a fan?
It's hot. Cool off, baby.
You sweaty. You need a fan.
She's shady already.
You don't need it yet. You don't need it yet. You're good. You good. You good. She's sweaty over there. She needed that. Anyway, we're gonna hand those out. We're gonna have a good time and all that good stuff. Sir, don't fall. Please. Okay, gorgeous. Okay, so have you guys been watching the season?
Yes.
Okay, let's get
let's
this
do
shindig
it.
started. Work. Okay. So, well, let's give them a welcome one more time. Welcome our guests. I did ask if you're watching this season. Are you both watching Invested? Yes?
Absolutely not.
Yes.
Angeria said
Lies.
yes.
Angeria would watch Antarctica versus the world, wouldn't you?
It's true. I watch every season of Drag Race, so yeah, I watch it.
So you've been watching it.
I have.
And a little birdie told me that you are the guest at Pit Stop tomorrow.
I am.
Work.
So yes, that means I've already seen the episode, but let's pretend
Who
I
goes home?
haven't.
Tell us now.
Okay. Well, it's never mind.
No.
I'll wait.
No.
No spoilers, okay?
No.
spoilers.
We want to be surprised. Okay, so so let's go to the beginning of this episode really quick. Basically the ends of the previous episode. Ariete left what some people are calling just a nasty message on the mirror. What did you ladies think about the message she left? Was it drag reading or was it nasty?
It was very mean.
It was very mean.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Yeah.
It was mean.
I
Like,
think. Sorry. I think for me, you know, that's something that you can tell is somebody's insecurity. It's not like a ha ha. Look at your piggy belly. Hee 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 hee. Like it's like mean. It's nasty. It's malicious. And like, you want to leave a good, lasting impression. Otherwise, the room's going to stink. No pun intended about this. And
Clever shit.
But I kid you not, it's going to leave a lasting impression for the rest of your drag career if that is the last thing people remember you from a television show, you know? It's going to be the first thing they're going to see if she gets invited back.
It kind of also shows she doesn't know how to handle losing with grace.
Yes.
Like, she kind of cracked under the pressure
Yeah.
and
Right.
took it out on the wrong people.
And we're all entitled to feelings, aren't we?
Oh, absolutely. She's definitely entitled to her feelings. I thought it was nasty. I'm giving a little bit of grace only because the is so immature. That's it. She's immature. She needs to grow up.
And
it
she
was
will.
such an immature
She
thing to
will.
do, and we all do stupid shit. We say stupid shit. But in a time where the pressure, she just got sent home, emotions are all over the place. That's why I'm giving the grace, because it's like that together with being so immature, you're gonna say some stupid
Right.
ass.
Right.
And I'm thinking she's writing that. She's like, oh, I'm reading the fuck out of her. No.
She thought that.
No.
I,
you know what I
could have
mean?
respected it as a read if it wasn't something that Anya literally came to them about and confided
Told the truth, yeah.
into them and was like, I feel insecure about this. And so, because otherwise it never would have came up. I don't believe that the producers ever would have said anything about her condition had she not wrote it on the mirror, because now it's drama. So now we have to put it in the show. So now I have to carry this for the
Absolutely.
rest of my career, good or bad. But I will say she is a champ, and she takes everything like a champ, and she takes everything with a charm. Because to look in that confessional camera and be like, well, you can't smell my breath through the TV. I'm like, see? And that's why she's my winner right
and
there.
This is why, and this is why I don't think this is going to last in terms of people are going to come, to Anya to repeat this. You know what I mean? Because
At this point, they've settled it because they're working together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they were
Exactly.
here, so.
yeah, and she
Were they
did-
here together?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were here
Oh, they're
together.
fine.
They were here together.
But in
they
that
but they
moment-
didn't know.
No, they knew
yeah,
what
they knew because it was on
But
the
in
mirror.
that moment, when you've just been sent home, and I've never been a part of this, being sent home.
I've been sent home 10 times.
But
Tell me, ask
the
me.
pressure,
Ask
the
me.
pressure is definitely something, and she knows how sickening her clothes are and whatnot. I just think she cracked in the wrong way.
absolutely.
And,
She was trying to be funny. She took a low, what is that?
A low blow.
A low blow,
Yeah.
and it was just someone with a little bit more maturity, and in the game a little bit longer would know. You know what? Do I really want to leave that lasting impression?
Right.
No, you don't want to do that. All right, we're back.
Ooh.
Okay. So let's talk about the challenge. Yes.
Yeah.
Are we excited to see an acting challenge like this?
Another one.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like all they're doing is sewing and acting.
It really does feel like that.
Yeah.
So let me ask you both this, because I read this on the internet. Someone had posted this post, and they were like, "I tell me if you agree with this or feel like it's pretty equal." But it said, "I'm so sick of the comedy queens being able to wear shit on the runway, but the fashion girlies don't get grace when they're not funny." Do you agree with that statement?
No.
No.
She's a winner.
So,
No, that has nothing to do with it. I'm just saying that we know historically watching Drag Race that the runway does not, for whatever reason, does not weigh as much as the challenge. It's just something that we know. I think that the challenge is probably like 75%, and then the runway is like 25%. Why that is, I don't know. Don't ask me. Ask RuPaul. Ask the producers. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I just feel like watching that's how it is. And so I don't expect anything else like watching it. I expect you should put more into the challenge. And if you don't do as well in the challenge and you lean on your runway to save you, that's probably not a great idea.
well, see, but,
Yeah.
but the statement is about like the grace. Do the comedy girls get the same grace that the fashion girl? You get what I'm saying? Because the fashion girls, it's like if you're not funny, you're going home. But the comedy girls can wear some on the runway. They're like, but you're funny.
Who are you talking about?
You get
Who
what I'm
named
saying?
them? Name them. Name them. Name them. Name them.
Because you
I
really
mean,
are
you know
forcing
damn
it.
well that I have no problem giving names.
The Ruberry Sour is getting me to get
Cheryl,
there.
what do you think? Cheryl, what do you think?
Well, I do think the runway does matter when it comes to a challenge because on Canada, if you watched Canada's
I was
Drag
gonna
Race,
say.
Canada versus the world, I lost a challenge I should have won because of a runway. So yeah, I think sometimes it does matter.
Yeah.
But here's the tea: when it comes to drag, you better be entertaining in that challenge because if you flop, you're there. You know, you've got to deliver.
But it seems to matter a little bit more when you're closer to the top than you are the bottom.
Okay.
To me.
Okay.
That's to me. So if you already did great in the challenge or your runway was like, then it's like, okay, then you're probably going to be all right. And then if you get to the bottom, you didn't do well in the challenge, then it's probably like, oh, your runway might not save you. And it could be the best thing I've ever seen in Drag Race. It might not.
What do you
That's an
ladies
observation, not
Yeah.
oh. Who said oh? That is an observation. I've been watching this show since season 1. That is an observation,
She
okay?
won.
I'm just saying, I watch.
And
okay?
this one looks like a fashion girly, so
She's a fashion girl, yeah. Okay, speaking of Canada versus the world,
God.
Ramyo from Dubai would like to ask you if you think that you were robbed, because he does think that you were robbed.
Well, that's very kind, my diva. Look, I was just so happy and blessed to finally have a
Cheryl,
season.
I want you to hold that. Hold that
Well,
thought.
hold it.
Hold that thought.
I'm gonna forget.
We're gonna come back to that. Aww.
They're acting.
Whatever.
Okay, let's go back. We want
Let's
to
get back to. I want Cheryl to answer
Yeah.
that. If you want to refresh everyone's mind with the question.
Yes, the question was, do you feel that you were robbed from Canada's versus the world?
I don't think I was robbed as such. I was just so over the moon going there and being able to finally have a season of Drag Race showcasing myself, what I can do, what I can deliver, and just having a camp whole time because I just went in, they had us isolate for 10 days in a hotel looking at snow outside the window. So I just went, when we get there, just leave everything at the door and just say, if you go home first, is a laugh. Tee-hee. So yeah, I just had a fun, and I think because I left it at the door, I was able to chill it out, take it slow, and then we can rock out the show in the words of Hannah Montana. So yeah.
And I love her.
I do, however, think she at least deserved at least one win.
Yes.
I just think my really did her big one on that season.
Oh,
I
thank
do.
you.
Absolutely.
I do.
3 seasons, no wins, and I can't even say that to my name because Pandora Boxers had that credit first. So.
Love. So I'm watching the challenge right now.
Yes.
And
Yeah, we are too.
Yeah, Susie Toot. If Susie Toot is watching, I'd love for her to take a look at Cheryl. This is how you do your makeup when you wear blonde hair. Because, baby, that was rough. Y'all know it was rough.
I think it was
no,
intentional.
It looks like she's wearing a headband.
Wait,
It was intentional.
wait.
It was intentional?
Baby, the wig.
No,
I wrote
the
down the
makeup
wig.
isn't the problem.
I
The
thought she looked very
the makeup
pretty.
isn't the problem.
That hard-ass hairline is
Yeah.
the problem.
Exactly.
Was it makeup in
It's
it?
the hairline
Baby.
on the wig.
But you could have
that doesn't match her skin.
You could have cut that zigzag. You could have took a. You could have
She
did
coulda
something.
took foundation.
Bitch, that hairline set
Cleaned it.
She could have
Hard.
put some Dawn dish soap
Hard.
on it.
You take all the alcohol, the rubbing alcohol, and you just pour it all
Girl.
on there, and you just scrub for your
Yeah,
life.
that was
I
rough.
just could not
Take this
deal.
bottle of Hornitos and you go, woo!
Okay, so besides Susie's hairline, who else is in the bottom after this, do you think?
Cara, where do we begin?
It seemed like Jules was
From the
struggling.
looks of it,
Lydia,
yeah.
Lexi. What are your thoughts, divas?
Well, I don't even know who's winning. Damn.
You know, it's always one
Same.
of those things where they kind of show you some people flubbing, and then when they show you the edit, and
Always.
slay it the house down.
I lied. Anya's winning. Anya won.
Anya, yes.
Yeah.
Anya.
I do think Jules has a big task. Like, I feel like there's always like at least one role you look at and you're like, do I want that one? Because it might be a sink or swim kind of situation.
And
that's a big role. We all know that monologue. So many drag queens put it in their shows.
Yeah.
Like, that's a known monologue.
And I love how production is real shading. They said, you're going to go at the end. And she was there for
where you had
4
all the time.
hours.
Do you think had all the time to be
memorize. To memorize and do the most, I guess.
She was asleep.
No, from y'all's.
She said, these lines, I'm going to.
From y'all three experience, does the last person, are they usually waiting 4 to 5 hours before they get to do their challenge?
It is a long time.
It's a long time.
It's
just like all day.
depends.
It's all day.
It just depends. Like, we did one where we kept doing it over and over and over. The Ruches, which was supposed to be like Empire. Do you remember Ruches?
Yes.
And it was, and we just kept doing it over and over and over. You know what I mean?
But speaking of that, a monologue really needs to have build and momentum and like crescendo. And Jules, for some reason, was stopping to tongue pop in between every punctuation. And I was literally like, fat, see you next Tuesday. Tongue pop. And it's just bringing the energy down. And it's just got...
Is it New York or is it Alyssa Elwood?
Well, and Cheyenne Jackson told her in the beginning, I need to see valleys, peaks, but you know what I mean? Like, it needs to be all over the place, which I see him at Target. When Target was okay to go to.
I saw him at the mall.
Behind. Don't go to Target.
Costco.
Don't go to Target.
Do not tell her I did that.
Oh,
don't talk about her.
We won't tell her. We'll post it as a reel on our YouTube page.
Yeah. She looked great. She looked amazing. Great. Why the she walked like that?
She was
there goes my 4th season.
Also,
not too much. My mama is 60-something years
64.
old. 64. Okay?
That's what I was gonna say.
64 years old.
64.
Okay? You can't keep walking like Naomi Campbell when you're 64 years old.
She looks great.
Except for Naomi Campbell.
Well, unless you are Naomi Campbell.
I mean, you know. But anyway. Okay. Did you have a question?
But love
what?
that it's a different silhouette.
Yes.
Like, she's always wearing a dress. I love seeing her in pants.
She's having fun.
Yeah. Fun.
I think she's just got to the point where she don't give a anymore.
Yeah, no.
I love it. I love the point where you just don't give a
Make me, just do me up and put me where I gotta go. Is what she
Be
said.
at 31.
Yeah, word.
Oh, that's what I'm wearing today. Okay.
I bet you she even kept it on. You know what I mean? Like, she went behind the table because she takes half the
Now
shot.
you know she took it off.
Maybe the pads.
She took it off.
The pads.
No,
I mean, what
the
she gotta
pants.
take off?
Just the pants.
Just the pads.
Are you okay?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm fabulous.
Before we get into this runway and talk and get to see the challenge, we were saying it's been a minute since you both have been here. Angeria, you were still competing on All Stars 9 and ended up winning. Congrats to you, Diva. Yeah.
Thank you.
And then Cheryl, we haven't had you since All Stars 8, and a few things have changed.
Yes.
One of our VIP members, that one guy Mike from the internet, they want to
Mike.
know why'd you drop the last name Hole? What was the reason?
Okay, full tea. I did a little cooking show in the UK called Celebrity MasterChef. Don't know why I was on it. I'm not a celebrity.
Sure you are.
But it was just a show. I was dressed as a 1950s housewife, and publications and the TERFs and the Tories and all those nasty people on the internet decided that my name was the biggest uproar in history, and they threw around like all the misogyny, all this, and it just put such a sour note in my mouth. And I was just like, look, I'm listening. If the only thing you can come at me is a name, Cheryl Hole, then I'll take the hole away. And then if you come for me, it's because you hate drag. So come at me, because like that's the tea. That's the real thing. So
You ready to fight?
Yes. She got a little hood in her.
She
was in
said,
Chicago.
"Come at
Got a
me."
little hood in her. She was
Come
ready.
at me.
Chicago.
She thought, what's good?
Yeah.
thumbnail
Come
was
at
blacking.
me. Catch
I
me
live.
outside. How about that?
how about that? But no, I will always be Cheryl Hole to those who love and appreciate what I do. But on the professional CV, I'm Cheryl the Queen now. So
Oh, the Queen.
ticking box.
Well, whole or not, we absolutely love you, Cheryl.
We know you got one. We love you, gal.
And she's a big old hole. Reported.
Oh my God.
Okay, let's get into these runways.
Yes.
Did we like this theme?
Yes,
Yeah.
they did it season 6. I believe they did it your
Yeah.
season 2, Naysha. So yeah.
Black and, yeah, they did a full like
Detox movie.
It was paying homage to Detox when Detox
Monochromatic.
came out black and white, like literally. Do you remember the skin? And everything?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the way they did it on 8. This one was interesting. I like the way everyone kind of had the same thoughts with different
Multiple
textures and
textures.
patterns and
Yeah.
stuff. So let's go through them and we're either going to give them 10s across the board or it's a chop.
Nothing in between.
Nothing in between.
You hate it
Got
or
it?
love it.
Okay.
It's 25% of the runway, remember?
Let's start with Arietti. Oh, wait, she's gone.
Naysha.
Nisha!
Listen, I only did that because she was mean. Okay, moving
You
on.
know she got a good runway.
Anya, that was for you. Okay, keep going.
Kicking things off with Sam Star. Thoughts on her? Mardi Gras S.
Mardi Gras
Loves-
jester clown type of tea.
Yeah, I really liked it. Again, the
Yeah,
different
I loved it.
textures, the mask.
Yeah. What,
So
what,
10s or
yeah,
chops?
Yeah, I
Sorry,
loved
sorry,
it. Yeah,
10s.
I give it 10s. I thought it was great.
Next,
Next up, we have Lana.
chop.
I loved it.
Chop,
okay.
Wait, hold on.
Chop.
Wait a minute. Why?
You first, Angeria.
Hold on,
Go
we
ahead.
got to get through all of them.
I thought it was great. I thought it was sickening.
I like the
did
bow.
as well.
literally, like, it's one of my favorites of hers. Like, yeah, I was very
Devil's
impressed.
advocate.
Is it
I-
a new silhouette
no,
for
not Devil's
Lana?
Advocate.
No, I was
did-
gonna be. Go ahead,
I
though.
did honestly think it looked really couture, and I thought she looked like she just stepped off a runway. I thought it was very chic on her. One of the very... No, I'm not going to say that. One of the times I felt like this season that really, really, like...
The look has been there for her.
It's there.
Yes.
To me, it's one of my favorite things she's had all season, so I liked it. I don't know.
Similarly, Jules just wore a very similar silhouette and wig last week, so
Yeah,
that's
she
why
did.
I think
Only wig, though, not
Yes.
silhouette.
Not
No,
the puff
only the
sleeves.
puff, but
Okay.
everything else was a little... Could have lived in the same world, but you know...
But you know what happens is that you're like this. Oh, she finally put clothes on. Oh my gosh, it looks great. Oh, this is great. But if you put that on somebody else, you're like, that ain't. That's a chop. So be honest and say chop. Next.
Oh, next up. Next up.
See?
It's a chop,
Damn,
bitch.
you just go
You-
sit
you
here
won
and
already.
You just
You
go
won.
sit here and invalidate everything I said on the pit stop tomorrow. That's crazy.
That's crazy. You don't have to watch the pit stop. We got that real honest opinion tonight.
You won. You ain't got to be Miss
Yeah,
Congeniality.
all the honest opinions that she is saying is wrong.
Okay,
No.
next up
Who
we
next?
had next up we had Anya.
That-
The swan.
Stop, yeah.
Concept.
I love her.
Maybe
Stop.
if there was more
Baby,
white.
that dress was like right here. That dress stopped right here.
3/4 length.
All right.
Anya, we love you. Chop.
Next
I
up we
liked
had
it.
Lydia.
Loved it.
Loved it. 10s. Cross
Amazing.
the board.
Great,
Loved
great,
it.
great.
Loved it. Loved it. Loved it.
How about Susie and her cats?
Susie.
Everything.
Oh, I
Beautiful.
love
Gorgeous. Yeah. That
Susie's-
was hers was my favorite.
Yeah. It was very well conceptualized. It was really good.
Fringe, the velvet,
was,
all of
It was
it. Yeah.
gorgeous.
I thought she could have been censored a little bit more, but only because it's so
It's
much
the
French.
tassels or whatever it is.
But loved it. Loved it. Loved it.
And next up we have Lexi.
Loved it. I don't think it's a child. It ain't like
Not-
it didn't make me go like, oh my god, but you know.
She looked
I'm in
beautiful.
no
She looked
position
good,
to
and it was
talk
a
about
very
runways at all.
Lexi
Beautiful, but it's a chop.
Lexi
And-
loves
and
something
Jules.
flowing
And we're
behind her, so it was
Jules
And we're back.
great.
Jules was great.
It's time for the
Jules was
world
sickening,
premiere.
not
The
Jules
was
most
sickening.
anticipated
So I was saying
limited
Lexi chop.
series.
We were doing Jules before we go into the challenge. We were about to do Jules
Runway, yes. Her runway.
about her runway.
Loved it.
Love.
I
Ten.
love.
Tens.
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 Yes.
Gorgeous. Okay, what are we thinking about this challenge?
That was something. It's the RuPaul laugh, sound 3.
Yeah.
RuPaul laugh, sound 7.
Yeah. So before pit stop, I had not heard of like Truman Capote versus the Swans. I didn't know what that was.
Okay.
But I've been watching it ever since, and now watching it back,
Yeah.
They
I
nailed
respect it a little more. It's really good.
Yeah.
Y'all should go watch it. It's by Ryan Murphy. It's actually really, really
So
good.
it's on FX, I think, right?
It's on
Right?
Hulu. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Hulu.
Yeah, Hulu. Do they have that in the UK?
No.
No. Oh, damn.
Well, no, the girls, they may have struggled in rehearsal. They did a lot better right there. I
Yeah.
really don't know
Yeah.
who would be in the bottom now after seeing that.
I mean, I know who's in the bottom. I totally know who's in the
You know
bottom.
who is it?
Ross Matthews. The second that came out this year, I'm like,
You said
I'm not buying it.
Yeah,
No,
you did not buy it. You
that
said
bitch is
no.
in the bottom.
Dark.
I'm like,
Woman. That is how Truman Capote sounds. So she gave it, not exactly like that, but she was trying. She was trying.
I thought Anya did amazing.
Oh,
She
wow.
was great. I thought Sam was amazing.
So
I thought
good.
she did great. Susie minus the hairline was great as well. Yeah, that hairline looked like it belonged to me. So I was like, girl.
What about Jules? Do you think Jules did good as well?
She did good, yeah.
Jules?
Jules, the last one, the monologue.
Yeah, the edit did good. The edit did good.
I was gonna say don't lie, but you did pretty good. It was fine. Yeah, you did that.
so
yeah.
Thank you, Angeria.
who do we think is in the bottom? Like, who did? I don't think anyone did bad.
I feel like they're gonna do like Lana dirty and be like, you were upstaged. You're in the bottom, you know?
Yeah.
Well, out of everybody, she wasn't as
Lana?
like
Yeah.
big as
She was
the
a
other
supporting
parts, but
role.
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt like every group had like one
Lydia.
main character and
Yeah.
one supporting.
Okay, so go ahead.
I was going to say, at this point, do we think track record may come into play? Lana doesn't have a single win.
Wow.
Well, she doesn't.
Well, it always kind of comes into play, kind
Yeah.
of.
So what you're saying is she should go
especially
home?
when they're
Is
good,
that what
especially when
you're
they're
saying?
good.
Well, I wouldn't have thought that if they didn't give her backstory earlier as well. I was like,
That's
no,
what I
not the
told-
baby photos, not the baby photos.
I literally said this to the group over here. The second that baby picture came up, I said, "That's going home." I swear, I said that to them.
You feel it too.
Yeah,
Don't start talking about your childhood trauma. You going home?
You're going home.
And I was bullied when I was in year 7.
What?
And then what happened? And then, come on, and the producer's under the desk going, come on, tell us more, tell us more.
You say,
going
damn,
home.
do I need to start packing?
Damn.
Who was the queen that got the letter under the door saying, thanks for staying?
Jiggly.
Oh, Jiggly, oh, God. Imagine if they still did that. Actually, remember that era of Roscoe's where it was like the queens would like win the challenge
Don't
and then
do
go,
that. Don't do all that. Hard.
Wait, what?
Is Angeria winning the challenge this week?
Yeah,
And
I'm
going
winning the
home.
challenge and she going
You're going home.
Cheryl,
Yeah.
Cheryl's
Yeah.
clocking us for having
Yeah.
either the winner or the person who goes home during the viewing party.
Got it.
Love you, Roscoe.
But just know she the one going home, not me.
I would be going home 100%. In that acting challenge? Who would you be, Lisa Rinna, or would you be Lisa Vanderpump?
I'll be Tiffany Pollard.
Chicago. You're another Chicago.
I'll be
crowd.
Tiffany Pollard.
I'll be Gemma
I want
Collins.
one of the black lady roles, okay? All right. I know what I'm good at.
Wow.
Okay, let's talk about the critiques first.
Okay, let's do that.
Before we get to the shadery shade of it all. So what do we think? Who do we think is in the bottom?
Lana and Jules, for sure,
Jules?
right?
As well as Arietti, or excuse me, not Arietti. Whoa!
You don't
She's at the top of my list here.
She's not
Sorry.
here no more.
Lydia.
She is at
I meant
home.
Lydia. I meant Lydia.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah, Lydia Booty Hole Collins need to be in there.
It's always the hole.
Yeah,
It's always the hole.
So we think Lydia and Lana are the two at the bottom.
Well, Jules
Or
too,
Jules.
'cause she- 'cause
On, as a side.
she had
Out
a
of the
big.
three.
She had a big order.
Oh, okay.
She didn't feel it.
I think Jules' runway might get her
Because
out
they
of-
did talk about it.
Yeah, get
Yeah.
her out of the.
But
In the
It was
Smithsonian.
great. I
You know
loved it.
It's
I,
the
think,
20
I think that's
I
what's going to
loved
get
it.
her out of the bottom.
Her 25% to
loved
save
it.
her?
Yeah, I think
Was
that's
her
going to
runway
get her out of
tonight?
the bottom. Yeah,
Okay.
I think. Y'all think? No, maybe.
Out of the other two, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm
And I
confused
didn't even think her
about?
performance was that bad. I
Cheryl,
really
what
didn't.
are
I
you
just think
confused
she
about?
really did have a big task. I did. Like,
Totally. And I don't think anyone's was bad, right?
No,
like
me
no
neither.
one was like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah,
that's
I don't think
that's
any of them were
bad.
awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they were all good. Just some
They
really,
actually all really performed well.
Yeah.
Even like Lana, I thought she was the weakest, but it was still greater than a lot of times she's like, I saw the progress in it. I
Like she should have paired up with like if I was Lana, I would have been like, all right, I'm gonna be with Lydia.
Yeah.
You literally
Right.
don't want to
That's
be with the girl that's
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like she's done bad in the acting challenge,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna pair up with
shine
her.
there.
With
You get what I
Ariette.
mean? But
No.
then you but then you pair up with Anya, which like, did you notice RuPaul's like, she's a powerhouse.
She's a powerhouse.
Yeah.
And
She
so
loves
is
her.
Sam Starr, finally, she said.
She loves her.
Okay, what were you were stuck or confused about
I'm
what?
so confused. Have I missed something? Why is everybody hating on Susie Toot? Have I missed
Because
something?
she's won and she's overconfident in her capabilities and has underperformed just a hair.
You
for
can't
what
tell me
speaks
she
of.
ain't no more arrogant than Sam Starr. Whoever just said that. Don't get crazy. Yeah.
I think it's
get
I think
crazy.
it's a cop out, honey. I think it's a cop out
Yeah.
to say her. We didn't ask you who you want to sit home. We asked you
Who
who
should go?
deserved. There's no way
Yeah.
that somebody in the top that did as well as she did deserves to go home. Your biggest competition is somebody you want to go home, not deserves. So you need to be saying either Lana or Lydia because objectively they have the best.
Correct.
I'm sorry,
Worst
the
track.
worst
Worst track record.
track records. And that's not shade. They just actually do.
Yeah.
So it should be one of those
Facts
two,
are facts.
not someone that's doing great.
Right.
Even if Susie's not killing the competition, she definitely shouldn't be going home, and they know that.
I mean, Jules did say send her home for that hairline
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah, and I like that. I feel like we always got at least one person saying that, but for almost all of them to say her, I was like, okay, I think we avoiding it a little bit.
Yeah.
I think.
No, but wouldn't it be gaggy if the judge was like, all right, based on your votes, Susie, you're in the bottom.
Right, and that would be so
that would be
crazy.
so messy.
Throw that in
She's
there.
never done that.
Yeah.
That would be fierce.
Ooh.
But that'd be too, because
That'd
it's
be
like
so fucked
she
up.
don't deserve to be in the. You know what I mean?
It's
Like,
the drama. We all love it, don't
Yeah,
we?
yeah.
Yeah. We're back.
All right, here we go.
okay. Well, let's make some noise for Lana, who won that lip sync.
Yes.
Oh, God, we haven't even spoke about it yet.
Or we could really rephrase that. We can say, give it up for Lydia, who gave away that lip sync.
Well, she
I
did.
mean,
She
are
did.
you kidding me?
She
She was
did.
winning with the
before the scissors came out, it was hers, and I will not be convinced otherwise.
Period.
It was hers. Like,
It's-
and she couldn't even move, and I was still captivated. I was
Yeah,
like,
the little finger, right? Little fingers were kind of giving.
all of it. Like,
yeah, the way she
But
was
the way them
moving,
scissors came out.
even the reaction of this crowd, everybody was like, and then she pulled out the scissors, and everybody went.
It was the shoe. It was the shoe getting caught. And I was like,
No, it was the backwards.
It was
on the
It was the
knees.
fact to even think to put the scissors in your titty to begin with. Somewhere in Untucked, she said, I need to do, ooh, let me just, no, take them out. Don't even, girl, she said she wanted to put them back in her titty. You should have put them in there.
Yeah, I
Don't
learned
even
in
put them in
preschool
there.
not to run with scissors, let alone put them in my tits.
And there's been like maybe, I think like 2 or 3 queens that have done that, like before.
Ginger Pearl.
Who
I
are
don't think
they?
I don't think they've worked mostly, but
the makeup brush did.
oh, with the bum.
the makeup brush in the booty hole did work.
That did work.
Some kind of way. Maybe she should have did that. Maybe she
Speaking of-
should have cut out a little hole in the back and put the.
Speaking
I
of
don't know.
makeup brushes and booty hose,
Ooh!
we have a question for Angeria from Andy. He's from Westchester. He would like to know if Angeria is still in a lesbian relationship with Lady Camden.
I am not, but we are the most amazing friends in the world. That is like, yeah, that is like one of my best friends from
The
my
way you got
season.
so serious about this.
I
She
what?
said, no, I
Why
love
was
that.
that serious? That wasn't serious.
But did she
I-
not get serious? The tone
I-
the
no.
tone came down. Are you heartbroken? What's going on? Tell
I'm
me.
not. No.
Tell me, baby. What's
Naysha,
wrong?
what's going on? No, don't touch me. I'm not heartbroken, okay? Me and Lady Camden is fine. We are perfectly fine. I'm just saying, we not together, okay?
I'm here for
Yeah.
you.
We know Angeria gets her own.
I'm here for you, Angeria.
You ain't got to be here for me. I'm good. I'm good. Stop talking to me like you Dr. Phil because you're not. Like, girl,
She is. No.
she's like, do you
I
need
need a
emotional
doctor.
support? No, I don't. I'm fine, okay? You can ask Lady Camden yourself. We are good.
Oh. Well, someone else who also knows you're real good, Plain Jane was here last week, and Angeria, she had a question for you. She said, how much do you love ass, and which Ru girl's ass do you love the most?
Oh my God, and she really does know that I love ass, because that's me and Plain Jane, we were on tour, and that was our mantra. Love. I just saw her like 2 days ago, and I said, love ass. And she looked at me, and she said, love ass, sister. I'm telling you, that's
it's the
our
Boston
thing.
Pads.
That is our thing, yeah. But yeah, I do love ass. I do. I love ass. I had planned to love ass last night and go to Steamworks. I got sleepy, but I do love ass. We'll see what happens tonight. But I do love ass. She's right. I don't know about Ru girl's ass, but I do love ass.
Well, we've got a question here. And all three of you can answer this because you've been on set before. So,
Ooh.
Edwin from Lima, Peru would like to ask, how do confessionals work in the episode in which you were eliminated? How long after the elimination was it recorded? And are you suggested to say stuff so you don't reveal the lip sync results?
Could you repeat the question?
Yes. It's a pretty big question, but so let's start with it in the beginning. How long after the elimination is recorded do you do the confessional?
Next day.
Yeah, the next morning.
Day. Okay. And then, if you don't want to play along with whatever's being in the confessional, is that right?
I'm so confused.
Okay, so it's filmed the next day.
I'll answer it, and then you guys will
Yeah,
probably
you read
get
the question.
Because what happens
Go
is
ahead.
what they're asking is about the confessional. Like, when does it happen? And have you ever been in the confessional where you're like, they're like, okay, so you walked into the workroom right now, so tell us what was going on. And then you're like, well, I got eliminated already. I don't want to do a confessional, like that kind of thing.
Yeah,
like,
you're
has
not
anyone
playing along.
ever kinda,
Arietti?
I mean, I'll tell you, the second I got eliminated, you're very emotional. And then they're like trying to ask you questions, and you're like, I literally said, does it look like I want to talk right now? Because it was like, it was extra. It wasn't what is like required of you when you come out. It was like, so blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, does it look like I want to answer that right now kind of thing? And then if you remember All Stars, when I was doing the Ice Queen, I'm like, Ice Queen, burr, cold, is because they made me do that literally right after I was eliminated. Like, I was just eliminated. They're like, let's go through the looks. And I'm like, are you serious? I'm going to go through the looks right now? It's like, yeah, we'll start with the Ice Queen. I'm like, ice, cold, I look fierce, burr. Because I was so mad. And the crazy thing is, that's what they used. If you go back, I sound like crazy.
Well,
I'm like, burr. Like,
You said it, sis.
and it was funny because I'm like, what look is next? Like, what do you want me to do next? Tuxedo, yes, I look sickening. Like, I was mad. But what did you guys experience?
Well, on UK versus the World, obviously, I thought it was going to go very differently. I got the chop second, and I just went, cut off again.
We won't come back to it.
Girl.
The guest judges have been awesome this season.
You enjoying that, Naysha? Was that a good fry?
It is.
A nice chip.
Actually, really
Nice
good.
chip. Fries and hornitos. It's perfect.
Yes, but before we get into the guest judges, what was that question we had for Cheryl earlier?
Oh yeah, Cheryl, in confessionals.
Yes.
Is there any
Oh,
moment-
UK versus the world.
Yes, in
yeah,
Canada.
so I got the chop second, and I was absolutely devastated, or as I would say, devoed. And I just remembered you have to live in that world, in that moment. So whilst it's happened, I'm still there. And I'm like, I'm here, and I really hope they don't have my lipstick. You have to live in that moment and take yourself back. And I don't know whether it's me just being like an overthinker and thinking of the audience and being like, it's got to feel genuine, so I have to transport myself back. But that's maybe just me just trying to live and rewind the time and just be like, it was fun back then. But yeah. trauma.
Heard. Well, I would like both of y'all to rewind just a little bit. Think about your seasons, even for you, Naysha. Was there a guest judge that y'all got to talk to on Untucked that you were just like, wow, they're amazing. I'm glad I got to meet them.
Look at Naysha. Oh.
Absolutely.
Maybe there could have.
For me, it was Keke Palmer. Oh my God. It was already one thing to be like in the set, like with her, seeing her on the main stage and hearing her critique me and stuff. But for her to walk back there and literally sit like right next to me and Untucked, I was just like, girl, I've been watching Keke Palmer since I was like little. Like, I feel like we grew up together. I think we're the same age. I'm pretty sure we're the same sign. I think we're both Leos. And it was just incredible. Yeah.
I mean, we never really had anybody come into Untucked on any of my seasons, but like, we were so blessed to do the Traitors Acting Challenge with Lisa Rinna in Canada. And when I tell you, there were so many moments that didn't make the edit that I was absolutely screaming. Like, there was a bit that I leaned over to Rinna and I was like, this dinner party needs some Harry Hamlin sauce, and she absolutely lost it. And I was like, you're the only Lisa here. And she was like, what the hell is happening? And I just had the best time with her. And I was like, I'm sitting next to Lisa Rinna. What the hell's going on?
Okay. I was jealous. That was to be able to do that. Yeah.
Now, other than working with Jennifer Lopez, you've worked with many people since your Drag Race career.
You know what
Do you have any favorites?
Well, you know what was cool about? We're gonna go back, but I'll tell you in a second. All right, make some noise for Lydia Butthole one more time. Yes. Woo! You haven't seen the last of me yet.
She'll be back. She'll be back.
So what I was gonna say was about
someone you've worked with.
Yes. So I got to meet two SNL actors. And I moved to LA to act. So SNL actors, by the way, are the hardest working actors in television, period. They have like a 9 to 5, not even 9 to 5 because it's longer hours, but they are working all week long. I mean, it's ridiculous. And I got to meet two of them, and they were so inspiring. And their work ethic is absolutely insane. And if there's something that I have taken away from certain celebrities, including Jennifer Lopez, is that work ethic really means so much, which is why I can come work here every single week and fly here from LA with no problem. People always are like, how do you do that? And I'm like, it's work, right? It's work, and I'm going to show up to work. So it's pretty cool to meet those hardworking actors and people in entertainment, but the SNL people are like amazing. So shout out to SNL. And I gave her, I can't think of her name, and I was looking for her, and she wouldn't come up, but I gave her drag name. We called her Mint Chocolate because she had this beautiful mint tuxedo, and she's just an ebony goddess. But I was trying to get her name, but I couldn't get it. Anyway, with that said, did we have a good time? Yes? Yeah. I said, did we have a good time? Woo! Gorgeous. Okay, right now we are going to do Q&A and with our guests. So everyone in the front bar, if you want to join us for Q&A, come on back here because we're going to turn on the screens for music and all that good stuff up there. But back here, we're going to do some Q&A and get some good gossip and all that good stuff. And then for those members that are not VIP members, I don't know what you're waiting for, but right now we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty and talk some that only the VIP members can see. So if you're not VIP, go ahead and join us in the VIP. But right now, let's go ahead and say goodbye to our wonderful, amazing guests, starting with Miss Angeria, winner of All Stars. Don't go anywhere.
Hold on, let me grab my drink.
Yes. Please keep
Don't go anywhere. Sit down. Sit down. Wait.
I thought you said that we were
No.
saying goodbye.
Right there.
We're saying goodbye
See,
to the people
when
on
a
the internet.
say goodbye, I'd be like, all right, gone. You
This
know,
is for
I'm
the
leaving.
non-VIP members.
Girl,
That's
I was,
what it is.
girl, I was finna get on my flight and go back to LA.
She was
Damn.
ready to hit it.
Let's get that going for Cheryl, the queen.
Here's to Chicago.
Let's keep that energy going for the one and only Miss Caramel DeVille.
Thank you. Please keep it going for Batty Davis, everyone.
And make some noise for Naysha Lopez.
Hey, woo! Gracias. Thank you. Join VIP. Ciao. Bye.